Hey guys, it's your girl Black Woman, and today I want to talk about something that I predominantly see a lot of my followers, friends, anybody who sees my content always talk about, which is sub versus dub, especially when it comes to Dragon Ball. So let's get into it. So if you guys don't know or you're new to me, which is perfectly fine, I am a Dragon Ball only content creator, which means I only really center my content around Dragon Ball in the world of Akira Toriyama, which means I talk about OG Dragon Ball, DBZ, Dragon Ball Super. So when it comes to my content and I'm talking about a specific topic or something that happened, I tend to always use English dub clips, and people always come for me in the comment section. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all. This comes to a complete surprise to me because I'm someone who grew up watching Dragon Ball in English dub on Toonami with my brothers. So when I see people kind of complaining in the comment sections that I'm not posting sub clips or the Japanese version of Dragon Ball, it's kind of like a surprise because I'm thinking like everybody wants to listen to the English dub version of Dragon Ball like me. I just think it's very hilarious seeing dub watchers be deemed as like the bane of the anime community because they prefer watching or listening to a certain anime in English dub, specifically with Dragon Ball, because I never knew that such a great or vast amount of people preferred sub the English dubbed. But I do tend to see that when you are a dub watcher or a dub only watcher, sub watchers or even manga readers will look at you as if you just are not a part of the anime community or you're watching something that's even non-canon. I've actually witnessed a conversation or a debate where people were actually saying that because the sub version was translated into English dub, that sometimes the wordings can definitely be misconstrued or not true, so it's not the real version of the anime, which means that it's probably not canon at all. Now, I'm someone who kind of just enjoys Dragon Ball, whether the dialogue is mistranslated from the sub version. I don't believe in a whole canon, non-canon thing when it comes to a mistranslation because it's literally just being translated for people who are predominantly understanding English to understand what is going on without having to read subtitles. And I think that that is okay. I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to understand the raw version of these anime, specifically Dragon Ball, which is perfectly fine. But if you have someone who specifically just grew up watching English dub, Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat, Sonny Strait, the entire crew who basically made a lot of our childhoods, I feel like they shouldn't be judged harshly or being forced to go watch the sub version or Japanese version of Dragon Ball. Now, I kind of want to get a little bit into the emotional aspect of the voice acting when it comes to sub versus dub, because I have seen a lot of sub watchers feel as though the sub version gives a little bit more emotion than the dub does, which I totally don't agree with because I do think that the dub version in the voice actors put a lot of passion and a lot of creativity into the characters' voices, specifically in very intense moments like battles or even deaths. Now, for as long as I have been watching Dragon Ball, I have never not seen a scene where the voice actors was not putting their all and putting as much passion as possible into scenes that definitely called for that to happen. Take for instance in OG Dragon Ball, a moment where Krillin actually died from tambourine and Goku was so distraught that he wasn't even eating and he ran all the way to the World Martial Arts Tournament to see what happened to his friend. Now, I personally have not seen that scene in Japanese sub, but I've seen that scene in English dub, and you can definitely feel the passion and emotion from the voice actor showing and portraying us how strongly Goku felt about his friend passing away. Or let's speed it up a couple years. In the same similar situation where Krillin died in the hands of Frieza, you could see the passion that Sean Schemmel put into Goku reacting to his friend dying. Again, I have not seen this scene in Japanese sub, but I don't want to discredit the emotional scene that happened when Goku saw that happen to Krillin and then he ultimately turned into a Super Saiyan. I really don't want to discredit people saying that the sub version gives a little bit more passion or emotion, but let's not act like English dub actors do not put their all into their work and they have made some iconic moments in the Dragon Ball series. In my opinion, I think the biggest issue is that the Japanese sub gives and provides a more raw version of the Dragon Ball series where you will see different dialogues and translations that the English dub that majority of us have grown up on didn't really show us originally. And I feel like it's okay if you grew up watching dub to go back and rewatch the sub version to watch a version of the show that didn't really give us the exact translation of the series. And it might be something that you like, but I don't understand why people kind of like downplay the dub version of Dragon Ball when it really honestly isn't that bad. Now, I know it's kind of wishful thinking, hoping that dub watchers and sub watchers in the Dragon Ball community can coexist without there being any type of issues or arguments when it comes to which one is better than others. But I just think that it should be enjoyed whether you grew up watching English dub or you grew up watching English dub and went to sub. Either way, just enjoy the anime because it's absolutely amazing. Now, me personally, I am always going to be an English dub watcher, specifically when it comes to Dragon Ball, because I've grown up on it and I enjoy it and I even love it to this day. Maybe one day I'll go back to listen to Japanese subs just to see what the hype is and what everybody loves so much about it. But it's always going to be English dub for me. I absolutely love it and I think that it is beautiful, and I think that the voice actors have done an amazing job providing us with so many memorable moments. But let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer Japanese sub to English dub? Did you grow up watching English dub and then tried the English sub and preferred that better? Or did you just simply grow up just listening to the Japanese sub? I want to thank you guys so much for watching the entirety of this video. Make sure you leave a comment and like, and don't forget to subscribe. I post daily Dragon Ball content for you guys to enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Thanks for watching.